for sure, Dave. Thanks. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Front court spots are filled by Bridges and Saric. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. And for the Timberwolves, underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Then it's Russell. Then there's Edwards. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. You can feel the excitement for the new season. And Greg, when you were playing, is there an opening day that really stands out in your mind?
Back in '95, I think it was, when we started the season with back-to-back wins. And the team was feeling good. Then we promptly lost 21 straight.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Booker finds Paul. Saric outside. Back to Paul. Shot clock at 6. Over Gobert. Paul can't get it to go.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
There's the pass to Noel. Back to Russell. Over Paul. Russell, no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. That sends Rudy Gobert to the free throw line. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
And there's a record Rudy Gobert set without much fanfare a few years ago. Most dunks in an NBA season.
That's exactly right, GA. That was back in the 2018-19 season. He threw it down 306 times. Certainly makes sense for a guy who's got that kind of length, athleticism, and the guy who spends so much time right around the cup.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. It's going to be Towns shooting. Chris Paul picks up that one. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Second team foul.
The free throw drops for Towns. And Karl Anthony Towns said he believes that he is the greatest big man shooter of all time. What do you think?
Well, Kev, I think a guy by the name of Dirk Nowitzki might have a thing or two to say about it, but I love Karl Anthony Towns' attitude. You have got to believe in your skills if you're going to have the kind of success that Cat has had in this league, and we know he is lethal from deep.
Outside Edwards. Over Bridges. Hits the front of the rim and out. Suns still looking like they're getting going here. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Paul outside. Passes it to Saric. Phoenix needs to get off his shot. Rebound, Minnesota.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now is still trying to find its way.
Edwards. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Ayton.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Bridges passes to Ayton. Shoots over Towns. And again, it's the Suns missing. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. This is to Gobert. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Phoenix will take it the other way.
2 minutes remaining.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
This guy has so many shots up his sleeve. Devin Booker loves to go with that floater when it's presented to him.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
For 3, Edwards. Kept alive, Minnesota. Second shot opportunity. That misses off the backboard. Suns trail by 3. Over in the corner, Paul. Shoots from the elbow. Jump shot is good.
We've heard the term master of the mid-range. To Chris Paul, it's apropos.
Timeout called. First of the game for Minnesota.
Well, many thought the Suns would let AD walk as a restricted free agent. But they bring him back. Looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for Towns. Prince is checked in for Edwards. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Noel. Now here's Prince. His last outing, 16 points for him. Another miss by Minnesota. In the corner, Shamet with it. Connects from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Russell kicks to Prince. Back to Russell. They need this. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Suns leading. Pass to Shamet. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Russell, first personal foul.
The Suns shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
At the line for the Suns, Jock Landale taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Timberwolves trailed by 3. Russell from long range. Again, Russell missing.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves
Suns lead by 3.
5.
From Target Center, back
8.
in a moment.
Making their way onto the court are your Minnesota.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Suns leading by 3. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's McLaughlin in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Noel. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Here's Towns. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Craig. Back to Paul. Now Bridges. 11-point game his last outing. Takes the 13-footer. Craig can't get it to go. Timberwolves trailed by 5. Outside Edwards. Off target from outside. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you.
You know, so much of rebounding is about effort, and no lack of that right there. He had to box out and establish great position.
Bridges kicks to Paul. And Craig has it in the corner. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Now Craig a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference, only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Shooting 2. First one falls for him. When you think of half-court offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities. And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They'd better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Gobert down low. Ayton's there. Gobert can't hit.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Jalen Noel picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution.
And it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Edwards. And for the Suns, Biyombo is checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Saric comes in for Torrey Craig. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul. Now here's Payne. 6 to shoot. Puts up a 3. And again, it's the Suns missing. Timberwolves trailed by 7. Down low. And he could not get that one to go. On a contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level, and the promise that got him that last 4 years.
For Minnesota, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
First free throw is good. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. If you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Torian Prince, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns.
What we know about D'Angelo Russell is this guy is a dynamic, aggressive scorer. The key is he's got to extend his minutes playing under control. If he does that, lights out.
Now here's Lee. 9-point game his last outing. Shamet on the wing. Pulls up. They grab their own miss.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Prince outside. Now the pass to McDaniels. So looking it over. That one wide left.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Timberwolves trailed by 5. To the middle, here's Reed. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Now, here's Shamet. 8 points his last outing. Biyombo, the pass to Shamet. Saric outside. Passes to Shamet. Over Reed. Now, here's Biyombo. Defense right on him. Got a piece of it.
Torian Prince's kind of length and speed to close the gap and send it back. What a block.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Suns have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Shoot 2. And that one falls from Saric.
You know, I think the versatility Saric provides is big in today's NBA. This guy can play the 3 and the 4. He can shoot from anywhere. He can also hit the glass. Very good passer. There's a lot to his game.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Anderson's checked in. And Phoenix also making a switch. Landale's checked in. Saric nails them both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Outside, Russell. 11 seconds left now here in the second. The shot, no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Suns on top, leading by 5. It's time now.
14. Thanks very much.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. In the first period, their biggest lead was a slim 3 points. Well, for the Suns, Kenny, what was your impression?
They came out as a more physical team tonight. You could tell they put an emphasis on winning the battle of the middle. All of these bodies crashing the glass has given them a physical and a middle edge.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, their paint presence was non-existent. They haven't put any pressure on the defense in terms of attacking the cup. It's simple. If you want to be successful in this league, you can't be a one-dimensional jump shooting team.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Phoenix, leading by 5.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Front court spots are filled by Bridges and Saric. And it's Ayton in at the 5. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Russell with a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Russell's got 5 now. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix Greg went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
Noel passes to Russell. Over in the corner, Edwards. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
The Suns leading. Paul kicks to Booker. Pass to Bridges. Now Paul. The tray drains it from beyond the arc. Paul's got his second bucket.
Look at Chris Paul getting aggressive. He's not going to let that 3 go unanswered. He's too competitive for that.
Edwards against Bridges. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
How about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Edwards. Doris, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in the half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings. Well, Anthony Edwards has the kind of frame and skill set that can make him a force, but it all comes down to paying the price and putting in the work now.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Pass to Gobert. For the tie, and that's 2 points on the layup. Gobert's got it all tied up now for Minnesota.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
And the Suns call their first time out of the game. And you look at Anthony Edwards, and GA, he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. McDaniels checked in. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Bridges with some nice defense. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. He dishes it to Paul. Back to Bridges. Shoots over McDaniels. Bridges misses.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
The pass to Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Gobert against
2
Zayden.
minutes.
Gobert the pass to McLaughlin. Shoots over Bridges. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Rudy Gobert has become really excellent at getting deep, low post positions. The defense has got to foul him when he's that deep.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
He's off on the first.
Well, we know Rudy Gobert is going to go down as not only one of the greatest defenders of his generation, but of all time. Just look at the number of times this guy has won Defensive Player of the Year. He is a force to be reckoned with.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Kyle Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Taurean Prince in for McDaniels. That one misses.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Payne. Passes it to Craig. Back to Payne. Pass to Shamet. Fires the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Shamet's got 6 points.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Prince outside. Here's McLaughlin. Payne covering. Pass to Gobert. Pulls up. High post. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Payne passes to Shamet. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Payne with the bounce pass. The pass to Shamet. Misses the 3.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge. Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
And the burst of quickness on display with the Mobile One drive.
He's been a huge factor in this game, and drives like that show how valuable he is on the floor.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Payne finds Biombo.
Timberwolves foul. Taurean Prince. First personal foul.
For Phoenix, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
That free throw, no good.
What you want from a guy who's going to be a defensive specialist is understand your role, be ferocious, and be aggressive. And that's what you get with Bismack Biyombo.
And he ends up missing both free throws. Prince dishes to Russell. Over Payne. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a
Substitution for the
block.
Suns, Dario Saric.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Suns lead by 1. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And there's McDaniels. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. For 3, Booker. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. Into the line for 3 free throws. It's going to be a Rudy Gobert.
Devin Booker at the line for 3.
And he's good on the first of 3.
One of the most impressive things about Devin Booker has been his consistency. This guy is productive, and he is willing to carry the offensive burden.
Reed, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And he's good on the second. Nails the third.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Pass to Bridges. Pass to Paul. Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range. And the Suns lead by 5.
Well, there's so much confidence in his ability to make range shots. Chris Paul knocks down the 3.
Russell finds McDaniel. Just 5 to shoot. Launches a 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
15 feet away. And they get it back. That one falls.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton's so good at using his physical advantages.
Russell passes to Noel. McDaniels with the ball. Over to the left wing. Here's Russell with the three. Nailed from three-point lead.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Timeout called, the Suns. And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Yeah, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Edwards comes in for McDaniels. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
Thank you, David. Russell against Paul. Russell dishes to Gobert. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by one.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, this guy is just such a load to handle. Karl Anthony Towns spends a lot of time shooting free throws.
At the line for Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns. At the line for two.
And he makes the first.
But we know this, Karl Anthony Towns was a go-to option from the very first moment he stepped in the lines of an NBA court. The versatility is so difficult to match up against.
So he makes one of two as the second one misses.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
Booker looking around.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Saric against Towns. In the corner, it's Bridges. His three-pointer's off the mark.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Russell inside, covered by Saric. Russell no luck. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Phoenix. For three, Bridges. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Russell's got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's the floater. Good work defensively by Paul. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And Ayton throws it down.
DeAndre Ayton, unafraid in the big moment. Nice delivery.
Ball against Russell. He kicks it to Gobert. And stolen by Ayton. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be a free Gobert.
Boy, the pressure remains on here for DeAndre Ayton. They need this shot right here.
DeAndre Ayton taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that gives them the lead.
A solid free throw shooter. Let's see if Ayton can capitalize at the line. This game is close.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Well, this game has the feel that it could come down to the wire, so that is just the kind of success they need to have at the foul line.
They kick out to Town. Pass to Edwards. Shoots the three. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Russell with the three. Nails the triple.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And the Suns call time here. They trailed by one. We got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, D'Angelo Russell.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Booker in the post. Bridges against Edwards. Booker outside. Paul for three. Oh, they shot at a chance, but no good. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a poster. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And